RRR stars Junior NTR Ram Charan interview in Variety in Hollywood. The video has been out for a long time. I was not here, so it's time to check it out. The RRR wave has not stopped. We have Oscars to come.
Look at these two guys that entered the room. NTR Jr., Ram Charan from
All right.
RRR. How you doing, boys?
Great, Clayton.
Great.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Oh, thank you for coming in on this rainy day. That just means that the gods are crying because you're in LA finally.
Wow.
We're so
Finally,
excited
yeah.
that you're finally
The
here.
rain god is blessing us.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people were complaining about Ram Charan's, not Ram Charan's, Junior NTR's, accent and this and that. So we'll talk about that.
How has this ride of RRR been for the both of you? It's been a global box office sensation. It is super popular here.
It feels great. I mean, it's overwhelming. Sometimes you think about it. LA has always been a spot for holiday, or America as such was a place for holiday, or meeting family. But all of a sudden, LA and America in general has become.
There's definitely a different accent, but I read a very interesting thing that someone pointed out. I think it was Vishal Menon from Film Companion, that when Junior NTR was promoting the film in Hindi regions, his Hindi was, the way he spoke Hindi was very different. So he adapts himself wherever he's going, and I've heard that he has lived there, so he know how to say in an accent which is used to those people. So maybe he's just trying that. He's not, I know a lot of people, oh, why you're trying to sound like them? Do you think they are better than us and this and that? I don't think that's the case.
A workplace now. We've never imagined this would happen.
Yeah.
We come from
No one did.
the southern part of India. And here we are today, very proud of being Indians,
Yeah, Clayton, I still can't believe I'm sitting in the studio in LA. And like you said, it was always a place of pleasure. And coming here for work, it is still digesting. I'm still, getting around it. I think it's great. And it's, as the world is becoming one, the cinema is also becoming one. And, you guys have really been kind. And, you appreciated us. And it's really overwhelming to be here.
Yeah, it's easy to be kind to movies that are great movies, and this came from the insane mind of SS Rajamouli.
It did.
I would give anything to read the production notes on this movie to see what someone thought was too far or not, or that we shouldn't do that part, because it's so out there and it works so well.
Absolutely.
You guys filmed this in 2018.
Started in
Started in
2018.
2018, yes.
And then ran
Ended
into
2021, I guess. Just
21,
before.
just a couple of months before the release is when we did our last shot.
and pandemic.
Really? I want to know which
obviously
shot is
played
that.
into
Yeah,
obviously.
We lost in 8 months there, like
This was
everyone.
technically supposed to be the fastest movie of SSR, but he planned it. He planned for that, but but didn't happen. Yes, we were hit by the pandemic. I mean, no second thoughts about that. The whole world was, in a standstill. So were we. We had to get off and stop, shoot, and halt, and then move on again. But having said that,
That just makes the film more special, that even after going through so much, like, what would have the film be if there was no pandemic? Like, would things change? Would the film not look that good or not be that good? Like, like what if questions.
it still took its sweet time. And I would like to agree with you on one thing: the insane mind of SSR. Yes, he is insane.
Let's talk about Naatu. Nominated for a Golden Globe, shortlisted at the Academy Awards for Best Original Song. I
Yep.
believe NTR, you told me recently, SS Rajamouli only likes to do things that he feels everyone can do.
Mhm.
I watch Naatu, Ram. I don't think I can do a lot of it. I can do some of it, but you did multiple takes for it.
Having our unique style ourselves, each of us, and just to be in sync and have one style called SSR style. So that was the most difficult part. It's not the choreography that was very difficult or, pulled us down or made our knees wobble. Yeah, but it's just getting into sync of what Mr. Rajmouli was trying to ask us from this. And today I understand, of course, it was
Like, People can look at it, oh, it's a song. Hollywood has never seen something like this, and that's why they are going crazy. No, the song has a meaning. Just take out the song, it's storytelling in itself, just the song part. It tells a story. And in the context of the film, it tells multiple story. First of all, it's about oppression and fighting back. The second thing is, it's about them coming together, becoming one. They are so much in sync that they're becoming one. Like Raju was willing to, go down so Bhim can win. That shows a true friendship building up between them. And you have to build it up at that level where the breakup happens, when they fight each, you feel something, you feel sad. And that's the importance of it. It's not just there for something like just have dance for the two heroes. No, it is that in some form also, but there's meaning to it, not just there like that.
It's the toughest song we did in terms of getting the synchronization. But today I can understand why it is what it is.
Because everybody including, I'm sure you would have tried it too, Clayton.
I
Yeah,
would've tried.
you would have. So yeah, so
Yeah.
so that's the idea I think Rajamouli had. He does not want to give you these so super complicated steps. I mean, if you see what he's done in Magadhira and or what I've done in my movies with Rajamouli before, he does not like to complicate his dance, especially in his movies. It goes into the heart of the audiences only when you are willing or you have the chance to try it. You don't want to sit down here and say, oh my God, I can never do that. No, you would want to give it a try.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what Rajamouli had in his mind. When people are not willing to try or even capable enough to try doing it, why will it be nominated into the Golden Globes today,
Yeah.
or shortlisted on for the Oscars?
Mhm.
I think that was his idea. As he said, the toughest part was the synchronization.
Yeah.
It was not the step by itself.
Wow. Talking about
Also, there are rumors that they may perform the song at the Oscars. We will be live streaming that, like not showing the dance, but we will be live streaming the whole Oscars when it happens.
your characters in the film, Ram, you represent fire, you represent water, NTR. Was there ever a moment that you guys thought about what it would be like if you had swapped roles, if you had played the other one? Do you think that actually
Interesting.
could have
No,
been
just
fun?
the other day I was telling, I think both our characters are very similar to us in real.
Yeah.
And it came very natural when we were doing the scenes.
That's why Rajamouli casted them particularly for the role.
So I don't know. Maybe I would love to try just for the heck of it to get into NTR's nature and character and mind. I would love to. Why not?
But I would tell you something for sure. I personally feel that, with the friendship we've had over the past 20 years or 15 odd years, I think Charan's more of water because he's I would say he's an introvert for sure. A little bit of extrovert qualities here and there come in and go. But I feel that Charan's more water for me because, when you look at the sea in general, you really cannot estimate the depth of it. It's just so peripheral.
I remember the interview they did with Rana Dugavati. That was very funny. Like some insights were there.
You don't know what's happening inside it
Yeah.
unless and until you are willing to go deep into it. So for me, Charan as a person in general is very deep. You cannot estimate what you're getting into unless and until you're willing or he's willing to invite you. So I would say that Charan for me is water.
Mhm.
I'm somebody, I'm an
I would-
extrovert.
I would definitely agree on that.
I'm
And
an-
NTR is somebody like what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
There's nothing hidden. So he is all in or all out. It's as simple as that.
If you want to do it, you'll do it, and if you don't, then it's just not
Yeah,
your thing.
that's impossible to make him do, I think.
I appreciate that. Looking at some of those other scenes, I'm thinking about the swap again. There's one key killer scene in which you are on the shoulders of NTR. Yeah. So how do you plan for that scene? And are you harnessed or are you actually holding the weight?
There was
Of-
a safety harness.
Yeah.
There was a safety
There
harness.
was
You know
a
what? Again,
60% of it was still,
was still
I was
there
still
on there.
sitting on
Yeah.
him. That was a tough sequence for him. That was tough.
Mm.
But
That's the reason I don't want to swap for such sequences.
You don't want to carry
No,
him
I'm
on your
happy.
shoulders?
With
you do not want to carry me after I've put on so much weight. No. Now, yeah, maybe he could try.
Yeah.
Because I've lost a bit of that muscle mass and I'm a little leaner than what I was back then. That was hell of a sequence. It really demanded a lot from us. And you know what? It's not easy to be on a safety harness for a very long time. You know, it's so uncomfortable. You know, if you look at
There are some behind the scenes of that available.
it, I was carrying him, but he was doing all these weird stunts from up there. You know, he was on a harness. But
Yeah,
having said that, it is
Our
not.
waist was
it is-
almost going purple
Yeah, yeah.
after the
So
second day of holding the harness.
that is not easy. I mean, you might think that just sitting on
Yeah, the
my
bruises.
shoulders is easy. No. So it was not easy.
You have to give it to NTR, man. If you close your eyes, you cannot tell it's him. You feel like some person from from America is talking. Like he just gets it. I think he may get some roles there if his accent is good. Like they do it all the time. So many British actors, they do American roles and they just sound like Americans. You cannot tell the difference. But when you hear them in different accents, oh my god, they're so different.
For both of us.
And
It was
that
not.
went on
I want Junior NTR to play Wolverine in Marvel.
for 15 days.
Yeah,
Just putting
and
it out in the
nights.
universe.
Yeah, 15 nights, sorry.
15 nights.
Yeah, yeah.
You said you put on some mass for. I mean, you guys both bulked up a lot for
yeah,
this
yeah.
for this role. What was your routine to get yourself prepared?
Simple, plain routine, Clayton. You know, this is what everybody in the
Yeah,
everybody.
every
It's just
industry.
there's nothing special to it. It's the same thing. You know, like how every actor prepares. But the only thing was challenging is we had to keep that shape. We had to retain that
For
shape
so
or muscle
long.
we've retained for a very long time, for 3 years. So that was difficult because when we were halted by the pandemic, we still had to keep working out every day,
Yeah, that period was
constantly,
difficult.
be in shape. 3 years is a lot to carry that kind of a body. That was tough.
What's like your calorie intake during that time to put on the weight? Because that's what I'm gonna say. I'm putting on weight for a role right now. That's why I'm bulking up for this. Right. That's what I'm gonna use it. So
Come train with us.
I was put on about 3,000 calories a day. I was eating 7 meals a day. Took me somewhere around a good 16 months to 17 to achieve that.
Tarak is very particular in how he eats and the calorie count. I've seen him on sets. He would never eat. He would look at my food and just smell it, but he would never touch. For 3 years, he did that. And I'm somebody, I think I'm more organic in my approach. I cannot. It's too much for me. I need some good food, bad food every day. Part of I need my sweets every day. And I think it took about 7 to 8 months here and there. But the worst part was, the most difficult part was to not eat and not have any of that, just to take a back seat during the pandemic.
Yeah.
the scene in which you two meet,
Yeah.
swinging off bridges,
Wow.
saving little kids, wrapping yourself in fire, throwing flags. I mean,
Yeah.
like, what is that all green screen or?
I wish the pendulum swinging was also on green screen, but no,
Yeah.
that was real.
That was
The
real.
flag was real.
For 12 days, we
The-
both were suspended.
Oh my God! Please don't even.
It took 12 days.
That
Yeah,
was-
the whole bridge breaking, the child, and then both of us meeting, and then the underwater sequence after that. The whole
Can you believe it?
sequence.
That was the third day of the shoot.
Oh,
When we
yeah.
started in
The
2018, the
day
first 2
of
days
RRR
was very
begins,
normal. You know, I was driving the bike. He was sitting behind me, and
The first
it was
day.
just chill. The first 2 days, you know.
I love to know this, man. Which shots were, when they shot the first scene, first day what they shot, the first schedule what all they shot, because I know, like he was working with Ram Charan separately and NTR separately. So I was thinking maybe they are both in together, but a lot of movies them are doing their own thing. But when you see the whole film, you understand how it's done.
I thought, wow, it's nice. But that's when it started.
What's cooler, riding a motorcycle or riding a horse?
I think I love horses,
I love
and
cars
I
and
can't,
bikes.
and I'm not very good on bikes.
Yeah.
And yeah, vice versa.
I want to talk about the Tollywood of it all because this has been a great eye-opening experience for me myself, and I'm someone who loves film, loves non-English language. Can you talk about that impact for Tollywood and hopefully get to a place where it's not Bollywood, Tollywood, we're just Indian cinema, and then we're all just talking about cinema.
I think we've already reached that stage, Clayton. Now, well,
In India, definitely.
I would say RRR was this icing on
icebreaker.
cake.
Yeah.
But I think with Bahubali, somewhere Rajamouli was this director who could erase the imaginary lines of north north film industry or southern film industry. You know, the northern and the southern, or the east or the west. We have different film industries. We have the Kannada, we have the Tamil, we have the Malayalam, we have the Telugu, we have the Hindi, we have the Bhojpuri, we have the Bengali. I mean, we are people who have the highest, amount
Yeah.
of film industries in one individual country. So with Bahubali, I think Rajamouli could erase those imaginary lines and made it one big Indian film. I think RRR added to it. RRR
Yep.
made it one big Indian film industry.
And it
today.
also
You know,
like
today
brought in like West also together.
Globally, yes.
globally, I think today we don't represent. First we are Telugites and then we are Indians, as I mentioned before. It fills us with a lot of pride that we are Telugu people sitting down here and talking. But again, today I think we are Indians as well. So it is a great breakthrough, for us to sit down here and talk about work, share our culture, share our work patterns. It feels amazing. It's really good. And it happened only because of one person's dream. SSR, SS Rajamouli, And I think it's a very clear example of when a master storyteller comes out with master stories. I think that's when everybody in the globe is ready to reach out. I mean, to accept it
I mean, we all knew the breakthrough was inevitable. It had to happen at some point.
at some point. Yeah.
And it happened with Bahubali. The whole of India and Asia knew who SSR was. And now the West is also enjoying his films. As the world is becoming one, cinema is becoming one, the boundaries are being erased. Cinema is one language, that's the experience, that's the emotion, which he somewhere cracked it in India until today. And Indian audience have been enjoying his emotion universally. And now even the West understands that it's not coming from a small state in India, but it's just a movie that has been produced and made in that small state. I think that should be the focus, that, I don't think we want to look up, we want to be addressed like a person coming from a small state and everything, but cinema is bigger than all of us. And I'm really proud that we're all part of this journey, and it began with SSR's RRR.
Yes.
I like what he said. Cinema has one universal language.
Yeah.
I really agree to what he said. Totally.
That's the deep water we're talking about. It's no secret you're sitting down here with the awards editor of Variety.
Yes.
This is
yes.
it. This is in the Oscar conversation. India didn't select it as its official submission. No shade to Last Film Show. It's actually a very good movie, but everyone in the punditry world says you had a guaranteed win if you just chose RRR. Can you talk about, maybe we're not aware about the politics about India choosing a Tollywood movie that's in Telugu versus other films that are typically in Hindi? Because I believe that by history, they traditionally pick something that's
Very unnecessary
in
question.
Hindi
Okay.
and not Telugu. And even people who saw it on Netflix here, it's dubbed in Hindi, which I've never seen before. I've never seen non-English language film dubbed in another non-English language. So this has been interesting to watch.
A country with 1.4 billion people population. I wouldn't say there's a lot of politics going on with choosing what films need to go, but I think the panel which is sitting down there knows what they do the best. So I'm not gonna get down that road of talking about why RRR was not chosen as its official movie from the country.
Should have, man.
Well, talk about Hindi. I think, Hindi has primarily been a national language for a very long time. So, and that's why, it's been, I think Hindi has taken its prominence through that. But for us, or for me at least, I would say that choose RRR, don't choose RRR. RRR has already made us proud.
Yep.
I mean, Tarak is being really humble and nice, but I really want these 2 awards.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like he said, all of us talking about it, Clayton, you sitting here and even mentioning
I
it
know.
about it itself it's quite satisfying for us, and we're very grateful to the audience here and you. So rest everything is a feather on the hat. So I'm going to see if that feather falls on our hat or not.
That's
Let's
awesome.
wait for another day.
I just did not want to jinx it.
Yeah.
keep good juju. One interesting thing that we learned, how big the both of you are in India. I've had people describe you as The Rock and Vin Diesel, but can dance like in a fantastic manner. What has been the conversation about the two of you transitioning to American cinema and making
This is a good
a
question.
big splash?
Why
here?
not?
Why not? You know,
Wow.
we're actors, Clayton. Bring it on. I would say, bring it on. You know, yeah, bring it
I would
on.
love to explore this.
So I'm hearing a lot of buzz about Ram Charan for Bond and Junior NTR, I think, in Marvel or superhero something. I want Wolverine.
Love.
Like, I think with Wolverine's backstory that he was in the World War and all of that, you can really connect well with an Indian origin also. That someone from India traveled for the World War and he got lost there and he then lost his memory and all of that and he's in America. So that actually makes a lot of sense.
And
What
I
kind of
love,
movie would you love to do?
like you said, Rock and Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel, yeah.
Yeah, to begin with.
We'll do a Fast and Furious version.
Yeah,
get it
Absolutely,
going.
that would be great. But
mean-
yes, as actors, I think we have to be open to
Yeah.
to accept what's given to us, and we're very open to.
I'm actually eager.
Eager to
I'm
actually be a
waiting
part
to
of a movie.
have your directors experience us as well on the sets, and I think we will do a great job.
So
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg is watching. He feel free to grab these two. And
Great.
we get a good movie going. I have some fun questions.
I know at this point, a lot of people are like, why do you want to go there? We can make our own movies, this and that. I've seen people, I think in Junior in some interview at the red carpet said, Hollywood is the mecca of cinema and all of that. And people were like, how can you say that? And we, India, make more movies. Really? Do we make all amazing? Like, Hollywood is the king of cinema, if you see. They create technology and everything. We take that and then we make it. They always do it first. They are way ahead in terms of that. Of course, story can be better in any way or form, wherever you make it. It's not about that. But that is definitely the center of, the West is the center of cinema. And there's nothing wrong. It's not about, today they are appreciating Triple R. That's why it's great movie. No, I said that before Triple R went crazy in the West. So the people who are assuming Triple R is a good movie because in the West people are praising it, that's the problem. The problem is, today they are going there. It's a big thing. It's a big deal. Our cinema is going there, being represented on the global stage. To reach the height, if India wants to become the king of cinema, we need to reach there. All of them need to watch our films for that, right? That's how it happens.
Questions for you, but
Yeah,
before
sure.
that happens, I brought you guys something, and I thought it would be great for us to talk with
Oh my God! Wow.
some Jaguars.
Wow. This is a
the-
tiger.
Tiger was
both
are Jaguars, I think. One is-
That's a gift from
All
me
right.
to you
Oh,
for
thank you
coming
so much.
through our
Thank you so
space
much,
here.
Clayton.
Yeah.
Don't throw it at each other though,
No,
'cause
no,
we've
no.
seen you throw
I'm gonna
Jaguars
go give it to my
before.
younger one. He loves tigers and jaguars.
I want to talk about your 20 years of friendship. And I want to see how well you guys know each other, and what animal would you want to be if you could be any animal?
Horse.
In the world?
Charan would want to be.
So
a
we're
horse.
going to answer for each other, right?
Yeah, you can answer for
Okay,
each
I
other.
think.
for each other.
Oh no, actually that'd be better. We
Yeah,
can answer for each
yeah.
other. Yeah.
Horse.
Good.
Horse.
I think Charan would want to be a horse.
Tiger?
Tiger.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is a horse true?
Yes, absolutely.
Who would last longer in an actual fight with a tiger? Out of the two of you.
Realistically.
Who would last a
no,
little bit longer?
Little longer.
Realistically, I think both of us will run.
It'll be foolish if you didn't take that hit.
If you were actually doing a dance battle of Naatu Naatu, who would win out of you two?
I mean, he would have got the step, right? But in terms of endurance, I would have gone, but he would have got it perfectly in that moment.
So the movie is correct then.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and giving him the win. You would have. All right. Who takes longer to do their hair on the day of shooting?
Tarak.
Really?
Charan.
Tarak takes a long time to do his hair.
That-
Not the makeup, the hair.
The hair.
You're very right on your question. Not the makeup.
Your hair bounces and waves. So
No, I've
like,
got curly hair.
So
yeah.
it takes a little
So
while.
to tame it, it takes a little while. I think he's right there.
Yeah.
Who broke character more on set? Who like laughed more or messed up?
Tarak.
Charan.
Tarak.
Charan.
Tarak.
Charan, I think Charan.
Like, it,
Charan is a naughty boy who's not caught. And I'm somebody who's caught. So there's never gonna be an answer where, he or me are gonna win. No.
it also,
he was a naughty
it also
boy.
tells you that maybe I never did anything.
Ooh, there you go.
No. It's Charan definitely. The naughtiest.
What was the most fun you had on set?
I think the most difficult episode, and also I kind of weirdly had fun, was the 65 nights of shooting the interval episode of us becoming arch rivals,
Mm,
and then it's the intermission. So that episode, weirdly, 65 nights. I think any actor would hate doing that, but I weirdly enjoyed it. Like he told me one day, saying, "I am the night owl. I
Mhm.
like shooting in the nights, and he's more of a day person. So probably I enjoyed it more."
Yeah, so I would say Naatu Naatu would definitely be something which was a great experience. I had fun as well, but there was a lot of torture for that. But we were in Ukraine. We would after everything probably catch up, go out to a
Yeah.
restaurant, get some food. We had that. We had a good
Yeah.
family time as well. I would say Naatu Naatu in
yeah.
Ukraine in Kiev
Just as-
was
yeah.
a fun experience.
We're gonna get sentimental. Please tell me the best quality about the other person.
What I like is he's one person, not just me. I know hundreds of people around him would say the same. He's somebody you can really rely on at any point of the day, any time of the day, at any situation in your life. You know you can make that one call to him and he'll be there. That's the trust he has built over the years with anybody and everybody he has ever come across in his life. This is the number one quality I admire and love. And he's a great father, he's a great husband, great actor, and more than anything, he's a great friend.
One of the very, very, very few friends, you have, maybe you could just count on your fingers. But Charan would be definitely the first person I would want to call and share or ask for help, or
It's basically the
even
same thing,
rely
right?
upon. The first phone call I would do is definitely to Charan.
So,
And he's everything a friend needs to be, and he's everything a friend should be. He's everything a friend can be, and just this. He's this beautiful person who can literally give you a shoulder and say, you know what, it's all right. Shit happens.
the bromance, man.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. What's the scene that isn't in the movie that you were disappointed didn't make the final cut?
I could have given a better close up if he was not
Oh,
doing those
please.
things right here. in
If
front
he
of
did
me.
not irritate me, I think I would have done a better job also, Please.
The final question. Listen, there's been rumors about it. RRR Part 2.
Wow.
What?
Rooms? I thought
I
SSR said it on one of the one of the stages.
It sounds like it's definitely happening, but listen, we don't know anything official. Things are always so secretive. We also don't. Listen, it took 4 years to get this. I can't wait 4 years for RRR2.
Just the announcement. Clayton, I'm on your side on this as well. So I have no clue as of now. My director has officially not told us. But yeah, I've been hearing it on the press, on one of the stages where he spoke after the screening, the Q&A. So yeah, I'm waiting for him to roll this news with us.
It's been amazing to watch this ride. It's been amazing to watch you guys.
I remember when Triple R was announced, I had in my head like a story which was wrong fully. So I'm again for Triple R 2, I'm thinking like, will it be the same characters or will it be something new story? Will it connect to it? Like, I'm just thinking about that. How?
It's been amazing to see Americans introduced to the talent of you two and the bromance. But no, thank you for saying, guys.
Thank you so much.
We're gonna be seeing a lot more of you.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Clayton.
Clayton.
It's great meeting
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
That was fun. Talked about the accent, talked about a lot of things. I think we just need to get clear headed. I think it's very easy to just, come on social media and just target someone for something, and then just, you have to think about what you're saying. The context of it really matters. If he says it's a mecca of cinema, there's a reason. Technically it is. Just because we make more number of films, if they are even average or below average, doesn't mean we are the biggest cinema producers. It's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. And it's not that Hollywood makes amazing films only. They also make shit films, but they are that level. There's a reason why everyone watches Oscars. It's considered the biggest award. It happens in Hollywood. It's basically a Hollywood award. They just have a category for international films. So we need to understand these things and think about that when we just argue without thinking. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Until then, you can check out this video next, and I'll see you next time.